Good evening, my fellow martial artists. How's everyone doing? Another talk about martial arts with Master Enrique Franceschi OSC Martial Arts. Let's talk about Taekwondo, my base art. It's not about style, it's not about schools or federations, but my base art is ITF Taekwondo, traditional Taekwondo. Hear a lot of things about Taekwondo in the media. Watered down martial arts, they call us. Weak martial art. Well, let me tell you, I started in the 70s. ITF Taekwondo, International Taekwondo Federation. And the training was brutal in the 70s. Hardly any kids, hardly any girls, just men and teenagers. As I started my tournament career, I was 16 years old fighting men. No equipment, bare hands. All you needed was a mouthpiece and a protective cup. On concrete basketball courts back in my hometown of Ponce, Puerto Rico. It was a little primitive, but that's how we started. It didn't matter the weight class, it didn't matter the belt class, the division. I was 16 fighting men, brown belts, black belts, blue belts, and I was a yellow belt at the time. But like I said before in my previous videotapes, I've competed since 1977 till today, over 300 plus tournaments. Full contact, point fighting, continuous fighting, semi-contact. Learned a lot. But my base art helped me out a lot. I cross-trained to other arts. Hapkido, I'm a black belt in Hapkido. I've done boxing, Muay Thai kickboxing, I've done Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Aikido, Karate Do, Shitoryu, Shotokan, Judo, Kempo Karate. But my base art was ITF Taekwondo. But guess what? Whenever I visited a school, I would take off my belt, my black belt, put on a white belt. Empty your cup, just like Bruce Lee said. These so-called people saying that Taekwondo is not functional, it's not true. I do traditional Taekwondo, I do the patterns, the forms, and I do it every week, 2 or 3 times a week to keep up with them. Just like in kickboxing, boxing, Muay Thai, you do shadow boxing, MMA, shadow boxing. Well, the forms, the katas, the hyungs, are all shadow boxing for martial artists. Before martial arts was a sport form, it was a martial art. Martial means war, to destroy. When you add the karate, do, taekwondo, judo, just the do is a way. It's a little bit more not watered down, but a little bit more civilized. So just saying that Taekwondo is an art like any other art, but the sport aspect makes it a little bit more tamer, I would say. Just like judo. Judo came from jiu-jitsu. Just like karate do, that came karate. Karate, as traditional people would say. But Taekwondo came from Taekyong. Combination of Taekyong and Shotokan karate. The founder, General Choi, was a black belt in Shotokan karate. Plus he was a practitioner of Taekyong, an old Korean martial art that just used their legs. And Taekwondo was formed. Some people might say, no, you're wrong. Some people might quote me. I don't have all the answers. I'm just a practitioner, try to read up on my martial art. Been looking up magazines back then. There was no internet in the 70s. We had Karate Illustrated, we had Official Karate, Traditional Taekwondo Times, all those magazines to keep updated, plus the books, the encyclopedia, the condensed version, you name it. I have a library of many books, martial arts, not only Taekwondo, but many other martial arts. I've been loaning them out through the years. I would have had more, but some of my students never give them back. So, just your humble servant in the martial arts. Just want to say that Taekwondo is not weak. Taekwondo is not, the traditional Taekwondo was meant for self-defense. I was doing sweeps back in the 70s, sweeping people. We were doing grappling, basic grappling, So when it became a Olympic sport in the 80s, that's when it got a little bit more of the martial sport aspect, mentality. It softened a little bit. With no hands to the face type rules, just your legs. It didn't help the art. So that was in the 80s. In the 90s, everybody tried to come back to tradition again because it wasn't practical. And a lot of us that were older, we needed something we're not going to be competing all the time. And Olympic Taekwondo is like boxing. You got to you got to weigh in all these weight classes and make weight. It's a young man's sport. It's a sport. It's a martial way. Very different mentality. Self-defense and competition martial arts. Two different mentalities. Two different ways of training. The objective here is different. So don't confuse one thing with the other. Okay, guys? Just your humble servant trying to educate you guys. Alright? The monk dojos. I don't like to hear that all the time, but it gets thrown out there a lot. Some instructors, well, like any other business, try to do the backdoor, under the table, shady stuff. You can make a living off of martial arts the right way. You don't have to sell out, guys. There's many people that are doing it. I see many schools that are traditional, that keep the old ways of teaching in a modern way of setting, because third, fourth, fifth generation, we have to adapt with the times. A lot of Taekwondo martial arts in the USC. A lot of guys are black belts in Taekwondo competing in the USC. Okay, just gotta add on to your arsenal, just like Bruce Lee used to say. Whatever works for you, keep it. If it doesn't, discard it. Okay, Jeet Kune Do mentality. Love that mentality. Okay, so I teach my students to think by themselves. What is convenient to you? What works for you? Keep it. Because what I do might not work for you. Different body types, different skills. Okay, so just want to touch on that topic. I know some people are going to get mad at me. I can't please everybody. I'm not here to please everybody. Just want to say that I want to defend something that I really believe in. If you train hard, it will show. No matter if you do other martial arts, it will show. Muay Thai is a great sport. Also great ring proven, combat proven. I love it. Good conditioning. It just enhanced my Taekwondo, just like boxing did too. That's why I was so successful in tournaments, because I boxed when I was a kid. And I kickboxed. I have a 4-0 amateur kickboxing record. Just dedicated myself to teach and coach. But I can still get in the ring and mix it up with these young guys. So now and then, they got to be taught by example. I try to practice every day. I try to keep myself in shape, even with my injuries. Right now I need a hip replacement. Still training every day. Until this coronavirus thing is over, I won't get the operation. But I still train. I still do my patterns to the best of my abilities. Okay, so it's a way of life, guys. I want you guys to, keep it, keep it in your mind. Don't let anything distract you. Life gets in the way. It pushes us, and we got to push back and keep on doing what we love, our passion. Okay, so if you're passionate about your martial art like I am, you'll make it. All right, guys? Thank you so much for viewing my channel, viewing my videos. If you have any questions, just put your comments on the link below, put your links below. Hey, good or bad, it doesn't matter. As long as I'm trying to make a difference, guys. Trying to make a difference. Thank you so much, my fellow martial artists. Have a good night, Taekwondo.